Now, when the ninth house lord is in the ninth house itself, in the Navamsa, this is one of the strongest potency, very, very strong potential given to you to have strong faith and belief in the institute of marriage. Because what is the Navamsa? The Navamsa is the strongest house of marriage, of being with somebody, being in a relationship with somebody and taking the relationship along, having a strong focus on the Grihastha Ashrama. So when the ninth house goes into the ninth house, the faith and belief that you need to have is in the Grihastha Ashrama, in your ability to work with people rather than self-serving. How am I able to gain while I'm giving to others? So it is not only I, me, self-preservation, self-security, but how I'm able to look at everybody. I am not only preserving myself, looking at only how I feel, but also looking at how other people feel, how my partner feels. So institution of marriage is very, very important, especially in the Navamsa. The ninth house becomes the house of your second relationship, your second marriage also. So only when you have gone through, overcome challenges, problems, and you've got the higher learning, you learned what relationship means. It is not about self-preservation. It is not only about self, but it is also about giving. It is also about sharing. It is also about working with people. It is also about going far away from your thinking. It will not be easy. Your faith and belief in yourself will sometimes be shaken. Your ability to remain in the relationship will also be shaken. But you'll have to strongly hold on to your strong faith and belief in the institution of marriage and partnerships, working with people rather than against people, or always thinking, what does this person want from me? What does this person wanting to take from me? I'm trying to always think that I have to preserve myself. So in a relationship with the Navamsa represent, you need to have a faith and belief in the institution. And when you go through some upheavals, when you lose one or two relations, your long-term stable relationship of 7, 8, 10 years also goes, then you need to learn from that and then be able to gain from your wisdom that you acquired. And many times this is also placement where you end up with somebody who may be more wiser than you, maybe older than you, much older than you, and the person will maybe having more higher spiritual energies also than you. So spiritually you may also be getting connected to people who are very learned, who are more evolved than you. So have a strong faith and belief and trust in the institution of marriage, in the conjugal relationship with somebody who is wiser, and going over the transformation, the challenge, and then being able to gain more out of this. However, because the ninth house is the first from itself, which means the highest gain that you get in your stature, in your dignity, in your self-preservation will also come from how much faith you have in teamwork, in relationships, in establishing the domestic house. And you may end up with somebody who's away from the place that you are living in. So either you meet somebody after going to another country, or you go to another country and then you meet somebody from your own country also, because there is a very long distance travel. So the person will always come from very long distance travel. If you are getting connected to people within your city or within your place, it may not last long. But you have to get connected to people who are also very evolved, who have a lot of faith and belief themselves, who don't cheat, who have strong values, and who also focus on self-dignity, self-preservation also. Somebody who also have strong faith and belief, who are high learning, who have high experiences, from whom you are able to extract more information from, more guidance from, more advice from. So overall, this is also placement where you either meet the person in a higher institute or when you go to learn from the person. So either you go to a house of learning and you meet the person there, or you go to the person to learn and then you get connected to the person. Overall, a very strong placement, a very spiritual placement, that the person you end up with can be a very spiritual person, very evolved learning, and the most gain, the highest gains, highest spiritual learning will also come when the ninth house lord goes into the ninth house in the Navamsa. But how you are using your experiences, your higher learning, to be able to get the best results in your life, especially in your marriage life or your ability to form connections.